Hi, and in this video we're going to look at how to create an internet marketing plan. Because if you haven't got an internet marketing plan, you're just stacking the odds against you. It's a bit like going on a long journey without a sat-nav or a map. Sure, you'll probably get to your destination, but you may well encounter detours and delays along the way. Ready-made internet marketing plans, and you can buy those off the shelf, can work okay, but they're best treated as a starting point rather than the final item. And the reason for this is that we all work slightly differently, and one person's internet marketing plan won't necessarily work brilliantly for you. And that means it makes sense to create your own plan, either on your own or with the help of a trusted friend or with a product that helps you do that, whichever works best for you. First thing you need to decide is how much time you can actually devote to your internet marketing, and you need to be realistic about this. If you can spend an hour or two most days, that's good. If you intend to spend half your weekend working on your internet marketing, that's fine. There's no correct answer, it really does depend on you. But since your answer will affect the remainder of this process of creating an internet marketing plan, it helps to decide what you can do. So if, for instance, you can only spend an hour a day on your internet marketing at first, then it's physically impossible for you to be able to create and upload 8 hours of videos to YouTube every day without outsourcing most of the process. So you'll need to take that into account. Once you've done that, you need to decide what's your target market. You need to know who you're targeting, and it's a bit like an animal marking out its territory. It could be a niche that you enjoy and would like to earn some money from, or it could be connected to your main business, or near enough anything else. There's no set thing. It's just up to you what you decide your target market is. And the thing to do when you're deciding is to drill down. If your answer to the question of who you're targeting is everyone, then you haven't done this part of the process properly. Simple as that. Because apart from air and water, there's nothing that absolutely everyone in the world needs or wants. Even food doesn't encompass everyone, because different diets or food intolerances will mean that not everyone in the world could be in your niche. So take the time to drill down. It's worth doing. And within reason, the narrower your niche, the better, because you'll be able to form a picture of your target market, and that means you'll be able to reach them better. For instance, if you're producing a weight loss program for people with an intolerance to wheat and peanuts, you'd have a much better chance of finding prospects than if you just targeted everyone who is overweight, whether or not they consider themselves to be carrying a few extra pounds. And that side of things is important. It's also important when you're thinking about your target market to ask yourself whether they're likely to actually want what you're offering. And notice I said want, not need in that sentence. Again, going back to the overweight example, people in that market need to eat less food, sure, but almost by definition they don't all want to do that. You'd need to find the people in that niche who had a desire to lose weight and who wanted to lose it in the way you were showing them, whether it's low carb, juicing, intermittent fasting, whatever else. So ask yourself whether there are people out there who want what you're proposing to offer them. And if the answer to that's no, go back, put your thinking cap on again. If the answer is yes, then you're ready to move on to the next section of your internet marketing plan. That section covers what are you going to offer and where are you going to sell it. And this could be your own product or service, or it could be products or services produced by other people and offered by you in return for a commission, or it could be getting a commission for introducing potential customers or leads to other businesses. Any of those options can work really nicely, but you need to decide which route you want to work on. A lot of businesses, for instance, offer their own product or service, window cleaners, gardeners, computer fixers, or it could be bigger services and products, almost anything you can buy. And you can use internet marketing to attract more business to your business and make it more likely that people will find you. And if it's not your own product or service, other businesses mainly offer products and services created by someone else. That's normal. Most retailers do that. Amazon, for instance, delivers books and lots of other things that have been produced by some other people. Even their Kindle device is manufactured by someone else, even though it's got their name on it. Some retailers hold stock, others have display models and take orders for products, others have the raw materials and create the product once it's been ordered. Your coffee shop does that every time you go in. And if you decide to sell products online, then you'll need some kind of storefront, and again, that could be your own website, or you could piggyback on ready-made marketplaces such as Amazon, eBay, Craigslist, Facebook, and so on. If you plan to offer information, you might well decide to create your own product, and that could be in written form, a Kindle book for instance, a downloadable ebook, web pages, lots and lots of ways. It could be videos or audios or seminars, online or held in a building, or any other way that you can best deliver your information to your target market. And again, you could distribute your newly created product via your own website or through one or more of many different channels online. The next stage is to work out the detail of your internet marketing plan, and by this stage of the plan you should have a good idea of what you want to sell and who you're going to sell it to. Next, you need to work out how you're actually going to do this. Some methods work better than others, and partly that depends on the product or service you're offering, and partly that depends on you. No one's good at everything, not even you, sorry to tell you that. And almost no product or service has a single way it can be promoted. For instance, I started initially and created this in written form on my blog, but I'm now turning it into a video, and I'll take the audio from that and turn it into an audio podcast, and I've already put it up as a document share. Other people might decide they create the podcast or video first and spin the other options out of that. Others might prefer to post in niche forums or on Facebook or Twitter or LinkedIn. Lots and lots of different choices. Other people might well decide that commenting on YouTube videos and article directories and blogs is the way to go, and all of those will work, some better than others, that last batch not particularly fantastically, and some will work better for some people than others. For instance, a few years ago, no way would I have been comfortable creating and narrating a long video like this one, but now I'm pretty happy to do that. And if I put my mind to it, I could actually stand up in front of a room of people and talk about internet marketing. I'd have to step outside my comfort zone for a while, but once I started talking, I'd know I'd be fine and you probably wouldn't easily stop me. So that means you need to work on the detail of your internet marketing plan. What leaps out at you is the best way to implement it, and if the answer is nothing, chances are your plan isn't actually fully developed or formed yet, so you need to go back to the earlier steps. And if the answer is everything, you need to prioritise, because you can't do everything at once. And sure, near enough every method could work, but what's likely to work best for you? Do you enjoy writing content, or do you find it a chore? Does the idea of creating videos like this fill you with excitement or trepidation? And if you're still not sure, apply the 80-20 rule. It doesn't have to be precisely that ratio, but spend most of your time on the one or two methods you enjoy most and that get you the most results. And often those two go hand in hand, because it will come out that you enjoy it. And also, the more you do something, the better you get at it, and the more your name stands out there. For instance, Sean Myers did that when he created over 25,000 articles on Easy Articles. And with that quantity, he's single-handedly responsible for almost 1% of their entire site, despite being just one out of almost 500,000 authors there that create articles. And even with a drop in traffic to article sites, you can still bet that he gets a lot of traffic from those articles on a daily basis. I'm not suggesting for any minute that you need that quantity of articles or anything else, but you need to think, you need to become the expert. And that's why I suggest you concentrate on one or two methods as your main promotion, so you get more proficient at them, and there's also a higher chance of getting some of your content found. And getting your content found on the internet is close to the old idea of finding a needle in a haystack. But the more precise you can make your content, the more likely it is that you'll get found, and your internet marketing plan needs to include as much detail as you're comfortable with to achieve that aim. Again, you'll know how you work, so if you're happy working with a broad brush approach, with just where your plan just says you'll create a website of your own, add at least 3 pages to it every week, and create at least 4 promotional pieces for it every week, that's fine. That's how I work quite a lot of the time. I just keep a printed tick sheet, literally that, with boxes that dates and boxes I tick off whenever I've done an article or a video or whatever. But if you're just starting out, you might well prefer a plan that goes into more detail, and again, that's fine. So you could well put out, today I'm going to do one article that goes on my blog, one article that goes somewhere else, one video, and so on. And it gives you the step-by-step approach, and especially when you're starting out, that works really, really well. And here's where a lot of people stall or just get deer in headlights mode. Most of the time, we know enough, or we can find out enough to be able to succeed. But people stall at the final hurdle, doing things regularly or for long enough for them to take effect. Because if you flip from one thing to the next, that could be your biggest problem, and changing from trying one thing today, another thing tomorrow, and a different thing the day after, could be if you change from that to doing just one or two things for the next while, as in next few weeks, next months, whatever, that could be the final piece of the jigsaw. So challenge yourself to keep to one or at most 2 things to push your internet marketing business forward, and challenge yourself to keep to that for at least the next 30 days. And when you manage to do that, chances are you'll be an order of magnitude further ahead in a month's time than you would be if your internet marketing path is in its regular state of just being littered all over your hard drive with half-finished products. And go public with your decision. Post a message on Facebook, text a few friends asking them if they'll keep you on track. Spend the first block of time you set aside for your internet marketing doing whatever it is you've promised yourself you'll do. No distractions, or no, I'll just check my emails or Facebook first. And maybe even post your commitment in the comments section of YouTube or my blog or whatever. Do whatever it takes to stay on track. And if you need extra help on specific areas, look at the page I've linked below. Chances are there's something for you, and if not, feel free to send me a message. And if you'd like more help coming up with your very own internet marketing plan, click the link below this video or contact me for a Skype chat or other assistance. But just do it. Make sure you actually go ahead and do it rather than think, oh yeah, it's a good idea, and then move on. So click the link below for help with your internet marketing plan and actually get one done and then follow it. Okay, thanks for watching.